So, good Wednesday morning. It's Wednesday, guys. You know what that means? It's time for that stupid camel to come out and say it's hump day. Hump day. There's no such thing as hump day in the trucking industry. Well, unless you drive a day cab, you bunch of day cab weenies. You reckless, crazy drivers, you. No, really, it doesn't matter. Look, so last week was week 45 of the year. You know what that means? That means there's not that many more weeks left in the year. Duh. How did you not know what that means? 52 weeks left in this year. I mean, in the year, and we're on 45, or we're on 46 now. So 45 was a drag. I didn't get out till Wednesday. I'm sure I've told this story millions of times and deleted tons of videos. So I don't even know what I've told you guys. And I'm not going back to review. Anyway, I took 3 loads last week for a gross total of $33.97 after a detention that I got for $50. They paid like $25 an hour. I got 2 hours in detention. Bunch of losers. I'm still chasing another detention. Do not do business with Bennett Motor Express if you think you're going to have to sit. Because even though I've been approved for detention, it's taken 5 days. And I'm still chasing this lady around saying, where's my detention at? First it was, we got to get it approved. Then it was, I got to get a hold of the guy. Or she's left early. And then Monday, it was, oh, he hasn't emailed me back. Tuesday, it was, oh, you've been approved. And then I call back because it took forever. And she says, yeah, I got 2 other detention forms I got to fill out. And then I'll be filling yours out. I'll get you the email in the next 45 minutes. Did I see an email? No. What time was it? Early in the morning. Well, maybe around noon. Maybe around 10. I don't know. Tried calling back no, it was around 10 or 9. Because I tried calling back around noon. Oh, she stepped out for a minute. And now I get nothing but voicemails. So I'm going to have to use an alternate phone number and call these people up. But you know why they got such ratty trailers rolling around? They don't want to pay nothing to nobody, even though they collect. So now, still, $33.97. No, I'm sorry. That's not for me, though. That's... mine was, let's see, $669.40. $26.77 and a half on approximately 1,296 miles, 1,297 miles. And I say approximately because I had that at 1096, but I drove home 200 miles. Why? Because there was nothing in Cairo, Georgia on a Saturday when I delivered that load. It was a good load. I mean, it was $1,500 from where was it from? I don't even know. So 12 to me. From look, guys, leave me alone, okay? I went from, that was on loads I took. I went from Savannah to Raven Gap, deadheaded 5 miles maybe, took a load from Raven Gap to Conover, North Carolina, and then went from Conover, North Carolina, picked up in something, South Carolina, around the bend, and came all the way back down to Cairo. So, I don't know. Not bad. It was okay. Not bad for, like, what, 3.5 days worth of work? So, if I'd have took it to a less dead area, I probably could have made some money. But, you know, I didn't do that because I was like, screw it. I'm trying to bounce around down here and see what I can make. The rates aren't the best. they aren't Midwest rates, let's put it that way. So they're still good, they're just not Midwest. I'm doing okay this week. I'm only on day 3, but now I'm sitting at IP, and we all know how IP is. I got an appointment for 7 a.m. and receiving doesn't open till 8. And the guard says, "Oh, not everybody got the memo." And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure you sent the memo out to everyone. Because I know how organized International Paper is when it comes to truck drivers and brokers and whatever. So now I'm sitting here waiting. I got another 30 minutes for the gate even opens. I'm running off a split just to make it here on time. And if I'd have known, I wouldn't be running off a split. It really pisses me off. Because I could have stayed there at that rest area for another 50 minutes and then got here and nobody would have been the wiser. I knew where I was going. Whatever. It is what it is. So, anyway, I was running my numbers for month-wise and looking at that, and it looks like I've averaged a decent amount. After your standard expenses of the trailer lease, it doesn't take my fuel out, unless I look at a different form. So, what's that, 48 divided by 3? That's 16 average after trailer payment and my cut. And any other expenses that are in there, like if the taxes that I have to pay quarterly and other stuff. So, it's okay. But if you take 16 and multiply it by 12, you got 192. Before, and that's before any other expenses. You got your taxes, you got all your other garbage. So, hey, I'm still doing good. I don't need Schneider. Anyway, so my little chip for my truck hasn't come in yet, for my little silver dollar. Hasn't come in yet, so I don't know when that's getting there. I haven't gotten anybody telling me it's there yet. I might go back home. What I'm thinking about doing is I'm trying to bounce around down here. You know, it's going to be wintertime up there, and I got super singles, and I've felt certain times where I've lost traction with these things. Not when I'm driving, like, anywhere major, but like when I'm going around a bend, driving through a parking lot, I've felt it lose. Well, when I've left a stop sign, I've felt it lose traction. So I think it might be because I had my RPMs too high. I'm not sure. You know, I'm over here doing burnouts with my semi. But I just don't want to go up there and fight the snow. Because I should really get some new tires. Some new drives. Because the alignment that was off has these like messed up looking. So, and I know the traction ain't the best when they're not properly proper looking, because you know they got, I don't remember what it's called, but the ridges are not even the way they're supposed to be, because it was like that for so long. I just don't want to get new drives because they're still good. They work fine. Except at certain times when I'm driving slow around turns and trying to do burnouts. No, wait, they work fine then too, because I'm able to do the burnout when it's wet. Like a kid with a Dodge Aries K car in the rain. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so the split has helped me a lot. With the way it's set up now, it's helped me get to places that I wouldn't, with Schneider, I wouldn't have been able to do. So, I mean, you take your 2 to 3 hour break, and then you split off 8-hour break instead of a 10-hour break. I mean, if you can get as close as you can to where you're dropping at, most places are 2 hours to unload anyway, especially where I'm at now. You'll get the rest of your time back. So I was 30 minutes away from here, and it took me an extra 10 to go check in and see that nobody's getting me. So I will get back, what is it, 13, 15, and 10 and a half. So I'll pretty much have a full day available after my 2-hour break. And I didn't get a lot back. When I stopped for the 8 hours, I had like 5, but then I drove for 5 or 6 or whatever it was to get to the area that's as close as I could. I mean, I could have cheated and stayed at the Port Wentworth drop yard up here. That place is a dump, man, and I don't want to go in there. I don't work for these guys, these pumpkins anymore, so I was going to use that as a last resort. But I tell you what, if y'all ever go to the I-95 Georgia Welcome Center rest area, coming from South Carolina into Georgia, pulling into the rest area section from the highway, you're not going to find a parking space easy. Pulling in from the way station area, you will usually find a parking space easily, but they're like, you should zoom in on the map. It's like the way the parking's set up, you can barely pull out of there. I got lucky, and I was able to get out this morning. Not that it would have mattered. If I'd have known this, I would have stayed. I'm just so unhappy with these guys right now. That, and knowing the fact that I'm probably going to be here 2 more hours after I get checked in, it is such a downer on this. But hey, Savannah is kicking in freight. Hey, how you like this halo right here? I got like such a bright light shining on me. Let's see if we can move this. No, I had to flip my phone over. Anyway, I'm not going to talk anymore. I'm about done. I'll give y'all another update on this week later on, I suppose. And I know my updates are few and far between now, or less than what they were. But I gotta say, coming out here, I'm tempted to try. We have a dispatch thing going on now with our company. One of our drivers is offering dispatch because he doesn't drive he drives like I do. He doesn't drive a lot, so he'll have more time to sit there and look at the board and have it open and just sit there and stare at it the whole day, trying to find the loads you want. He's good at negotiating and whatnot. So I'm real tempted to try it, but I don't want to because I like to run the way I like to run. I run weird anyway, so I go here and there, and half the time I don't take the load that somebody recommends. I almost took a tanker load yesterday. I was trying to get it. The top bid on it was like $5,200, so I went $5,199, and JB only wanted to pay $2,800 on it. It was a round trip. So my thing is with round trips, it paid the going rate going there, but coming back, the going rate is higher. So they wanted to pay what the going rate would have been from there and back. And my thing is, if I'm going to do all that, then you're going to pay me what it's worth to go there and what it's worth if I had picked up a load to come back. So that's my thing. And I understand it's a round trip, but I don't care. I'd rather just take a trip there and drop it. And it was 42,000 pounds. You're going from Garysburg all the way to, where the heck was it going? Ohio? It was going over the other side of the mountains, and then it was coming all the way back. And it was a round trip, and it was totes of antifreeze. And it was heavy. I really didn't want it for less than 36. Somebody else took it. They wouldn't come up. They came up all the way to 34. And it was a decent rate, but if it was lighter, I might have jumped all over it. But I didn't want to deal with the tanker going up and down the hills. I don't like the surge. I really don't. I'll do tankers because I usually get a good rate out of it, but that one wasn't wasn't ringing my bell. So I was like, whatever. I'm not going to do it. Let me move this. I'm getting tired of looking at that daggum shiny light coming out of my head. So, I ain't got nothing else, people. Watch your tires. I had a nail in my tire. It was a little drywall nail. It looked like about that big. I was watching my my tire gauge thing. I forgot all about it. I seen it when I got into Lowe's, when I picked my trailer up, and this old wrinkly lady had been distracting me. I had to help her, and this lady was short. I had to help her move her tandems. I had to help 2 people last week at one of the places I picked up. Dude couldn't get his 5th wheel to move. He didn't know what he was supposed to do to get it to work, because his weight was over on his 5th wheel. We're rated for 12.3. He had it like 12.4, but his company said 12, and he had 14 flat tires. So, no good. He was maxed out at 12, basically. So I helped him move that, and then I helped some other girl move her tandems, because it was an old trailer that has some huge bar on the bottom, and if you're not centered, you're not going to move it to get the pins to unlock. Anyway, this guy, this girl, this lady, I was parked over there waiting on my trailer to get unloaded, and she's like, can you help me? She's got these 2 big old Doberman pinchers, and they were nothing but babies, though. They didn't seem angry or nothing. So I helped her move her 5th wheel. So all you had to do was pull really hard and lock it in place. So anyway, really wrinkly old lady, and she's like, yeah, and it was Western Express. So she's like, yeah, they'll only pay me 36 cents. So if you want to go to Western Express, don't go unless you're a convict. An ex-con, I mean, because, they take just about anybody there. But she's like, yeah, my max pay is 36 cents a mile. I've been here 8 months. And if it's over such and such mileage, they only pay 30 cents a mile. And I'm like, that's a load of crap. I understand you're not getting paid a lot. You're getting paid less as an owner-operator for long-distance trips, but, shut up. But that doesn't mean you should cut your driver's pay. I'm assuming it's because they take a lot of long-distance trips. I don't even know. I don't know that's just wrong, man. It's wrong that you would cut your drivers when they go a longer distance. Pay them the same amount. That just says that you're going to be paying them more. You're going to be doing more long-distance trips. Anyway, so yeah, she was an ex-con because she had killed some dude that was abusing her autistic son. So, people don't kill people. I mean, I understand that what that dude was doing was wrong, but there's other ways around it. I don't know, man. This world is crazy. Anyway, I'm not going to talk anymore, because I have other things I'd like to make videos about, but I'm probably not going to. And I got 20 minutes till these people show up at this gate. Hopefully, I'll be able to get in and out, so I can park down the road for 2 hours. Hopefully, I can get in 15 minutes after they open the gate, and I won't have to go down the road for 2 hours. I'll just leave, park around the corner at the dumpy truck stop, and get a load. Get the heck up out of here. Anyway, y'all have a blessed day.